It looks like to me that the Cape Crusaders are in population are decreasing at this particular time and place. We
It's
are seeing
awful.
some immigrations.
Is it?
We are
Is there a few
seeing,
green jerseys in town?
yeah, we're seeing some immigrations as well.
Oh,
So,
wow. Hello and welcome to the Green and Gold podcast, where we talk all things rugby and all things green and gold. As usual, I'm one of your hosts, Wasim Fredericks, and I'm pretty sure the other guy on here is going to introduce himself.
Said Mohammed here, guys. Just what a weekend we had. What a weekend up ahead. Number one on the rugby championship.
Of course,
So
yes,
much to
of course, none
discuss. So
other.
much. So much, Mr. Fredericks. Oh, I don't know. How is it that we have a team that is Australia just poor? Is South Africa just that good? Or has Argentina finally come to the party?
Does Argentina now have their rhythm? Look, I don't know if any of what you stated is actually true because the only thing that will decide whether or not it's true is this weekend. If Argentina can pack up what they did last week, I'd say they now in their groove.
Yeah.
The Brisbane voodoo, as they say, is now broken. Is it broken, or is it just a lucky strike that happens every now and then? I don't know. We'll see that tomorrow as well. But we are here now, and it's been a beautiful weekend of rugby, and we're looking forward to another one. But Saeed, Australia has thrown in a few more stars into that lineup, right? With the likes of Marika Carter-Betty, Nick White. As you stated, what is it? The Oscar season now? Is that why we're seeing him? I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I think he's coming back for one loss, coming out every time for one loss trophy. By trophy, I mean acting trophy. Yeah, let's see what he's going to bring on the table. Looks
Well,
like they will
so
put.
So to me, it seems, yeah, like you say, they have gone with a little bit more strength, a little bit more experience, and then on the contrast, the Springboks have obviously gone with a new breed of Springboks that they're starting the the game with. So it's really it's a mixture of experience v- versus a relatively young Springbok team. So, based on that, what do you believe will happen in Perthfontein this weekend? Sorry, I know that's not a thing.
Hey, what a
How's it
beautiful
gonna
keep that
play
we're
out?
having. I don't know. People's calling this the B team, a C team from the Springboks. Um, and I definitely, by the looks of it, if I having this conversation with someone, and
Mm,
just if you take Fassi out of the mix, right? Just
yeah,
just remove Paleli out of the mix, and let's, for hypothetically saying, put Sasha there and put Manu Pollard on the team.
yeah.
Is that team still considered a B team in your eyes?
Look, I think if we look at um, the options that they've taken on, I'd say 8, 9, and fly off, right?
Hmm.
Is to me where there's a very limited experience.
Yeah.
Especially scrum off. I think this is his first start, Mr. Morne Panderberg, and I must be true to my Stormers self when I say that I don't know a lot about him. I haven't seen him play much, um, other than what I've seen against Portugal for the Springboks. So that side of things, I'd say on scrum off makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But I'd say also when you look at the front row, they're finally giving some new guys an opportunity there as well. So to me, when I look at 8, 9, and 10, and then obviously taking the positions number 1, 2, and 3, to me that looks like inexperience. But on the contrast of that, when you look at the bomb squad that is in line, Mr. Mohammed, not so
Yeah.
inexperienced, would you say?
I call that the insurance policy. So in Rassi's case, if anything should happen, he brings on those seven guys, eight guys, and it's a whole different game. I do have questions around the pack.
Hmm.
Um, a very inexperienced pack, not as strong. I'm hoping.
Well, look,
Sorry,
we haven't seen them yet. So to
no.
me, it's a little bit nervy. I must be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see like a bit of more of aggressive Salman Murat, a bit of more anger in him.
Yeah,
Or
a
you
little
want
bit,
to play.
a little injury, Salman, you know.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to see. It just also shows from a South African side the depth that we have and the belief that we have in these young guns. It's something that I have to commend Rassi and the management and team for. We have never had this type of depth. We never had this type of belief in our camps ever before in history, as far as I know. To believe and to throw in a team against an Australian team of this nature.
Yeah.
Some might call it disrespect. I just feel like it's a
No,
true
and
relief. And
I really don't. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. What I wanted to ask you, the belief that Russia has in these guys, Elrich Loos, your Morne van der Bergs, your
uh,
Johan Grobbies, and so on. Do you think it's going to be enough to get them over the line against Australia tomorrow?
if it doesn't, Rashi, as we've seen in the past, if you're not going to rise to the occasion, he'll take you off in the first 20, 30 minutes and seeing that you're maybe not just fitting the part.
And
Hence,
we do
me
have our
calling the
insurance,
bench,
yeah.
yeah, the insurance policy. You
Mm,
have a front row like Ox, Marks, and Vincent Koch sitting there waiting. Like, in my head, it's like these guys will be playing like 50, 60 minutes, right? And now Rashi's like, okay, cool, listen here.
mm.
All I need to do is give me 40 minutes. Imagine
Of course, yeah.
Ox, Marks, Vince, Urban, Quagga coming on
Mm,
simultaneously and just like, you know what, emptying the tank for 40 minutes
mm.
for players that generally play 60 or more. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
that for me is mind blowing. Like, a game can change within 20 minutes of these guys coming onto the field. Mani going to 10, Polly going to 12, Sasha going to 15. Of course, this is all just
What you would like to
uh,
see.
yeah, Lucanio going to 13. Jesse coming off because he's having a phenomenal season thus far and has cemented that 13 jersey onto his
Look,
back.
I understand where you're coming from with regards to that, but for me, I don't entirely want to see that happen. You know, I would
Yeah.
like to actually see what the guys that he decided would be good enough to start the game. I want to see what they can do. And look, in Rassi, we obviously trust, right? Because I haven't seen these guys, so I'm gonna say in Rassi, oh, oh, we trust, and if the coaching staff believe that they can actually do a job, then I'm gonna trust them to actually do it. However, I do think that due to inexperience, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. So what I think is, we know that Rasi, he knows what he does, or you know what he does to get the guys hyped up, right? You know, he's going to say that everybody's writing them off. He's calling them a B team, and he's going to use that to kind of
Mm.
bring them up. So, and on the other side, we've got Mr. Schmidt there, who's going to be using stories like that to try and get Australia also up, right? So to me, really, I'm quite interested to see who had the best inspirational talk in the locker room, right? Because it's gonna be a matter of, it's gonna be everybody's calling you a B team, and everybody's calling you inexperienced, versus everyone is saying that Australia should just stop
Yeah, yeah.
playing
But
rugby.
Mr. Friedrichs, the main thing is I was saying is that It's just our front rows that is inexperienced. Let's look at the back line. Let's look at our wings alone. We have Mampimpi and Jason Kobe won a 2019 World Cup together. We have
Yeah.
Lucan, we have Jesse. We have, and maybe this is
We have
upper
never
lane.
played together. We have never played together.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, these are players that are experienced players, man. We have a Peter Steph that is there. We have a Malcolm Fasada that is there. We have a Aurich Low that is, of course, as it's very, very junior still, but very and Chris Van has played. But it's just that front row that's gonna have to now rise to the occasion. We have Thomas the Tank that
It's
just
gonna
has to
be a
now.
big deal. It's going to be a big deal, and I want to see what the scrums look like. I actually
Yeah.
hope that like there's gonna be a knock on like real soon at the start of the game,
Yeah.
so that we can see what the scrums look like, because I think that's probably going to determine when we call on that insurance. And
Yeah.
it's
100%.
gonna be an interesting one to see. As you've highlighted, no, I don't really have a problem with the back line, because although many of the guys they haven't played together, so they won't be as cohesive as we saw
Yeah.
last week, right? But I believe that because of their experience, as you've also highlighted, they should just be able to sort of to sort of make a plan, if you understand
And slot in.
what I'm saying with regards to that. So it's going to be interesting one up front. I don't know if the prop of Australia, what's his name, that was unable to play last week. I think Sia still uploaded a picture with him. I can't get to his name now.
No,
Um,
I'm gonna let you know if I try and give you a
yeah, but
name here.
he's a regular prop for Australia. I think
For
he should be
Australia.
back this week. So it would be quite. It's gonna be interesting to see how the scrums go, right? But I think we're not gonna. Oh, we said this is just a quick chat right before the game. Before you give your score predictions for Springboks versus the Wallabies, what's happening uh, New Zealand, my brothers? Everything all right in the land of the Cape Malay
Ooh.
Quarters? What's happening?
It looks like to me that the Cape Crusaders are in population are decreasing at this particular time and place. We
It's
are seeing
awful, man.
some immigrations.
Is it?
We are
Is there a few
seeing,
green jerseys in town?
yeah, we're seeing some immigrations as well.
Oh,
So
wow.
we are seeing, yeah, we are seeing these players, these supporters make the moves. They finally come into realization that, you know what, before it used to be us in the Cape Crusader, why don't you support the Springboks? Of course, um, after the apartheid regime,
We
it's like,
know the
oh, the
stories. We know the
they
stories.
play, they don't play this type of rugby. So now what? We're playing that rugby. We're winning the games.
Yeah.
Two-time world champion. Um, well, this is history. What's your excuse now? So we're seeing that we are seeing that the we are seeing the population
There is a bit of a
decrease.
decline. Yeah, there is a bit of a decline. Look,
Yeah,
I'm not. If I was an All Black supporter, I wouldn't be stressed. I think this is just the start of Razor. The Razor. This is kind of the teething,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that is experiencing now, and
That,
I just
I'm
want to
gonna put it
say,
out there now. I've
yeah.
been putting this out to all my All Black supporters. Um, is that DMAC is not the 10 for New Zealand.
No, it's
They
not. They
need
need
to
Richie
they need to
Mwanga
bring back.
in
Here we
a
go.
heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I was saying to my brother also another other day, how can you have Richie Mwanga and you're not playing Richie Mwanga in your team? That he's like Mani and Komazulu and anyone that you can. He's like a remix of
Combined.
all of them. Man's on levels. I would.
Like
DMAC
I'm
is not
calling it
it.
now. If DMAC is playing right against the Springboks, Damien the Islander is going to run him over, and that's one of DMAC's biggest failures. He cannot take the face on, man. If
Yeah.
you're gonna run at him, or you're gonna put force pressure on him, and that line speed, which we're very known for,
So
he's
the
gonna
rush
crumble.
defense. Yeah. Mm.
And Rashid is going to crumble. To
Yeah.
have him and his mental ready from the get-go.
Look,
Imagine in the World Cup final in 2023 when Eben knocked Richie out like that,
yeah.
from that first. Imagine Mackenzie being there and not having that
He's
that
not gonna stand
dream
up from
team.
it. Look, Richie
Well,
Mwanga, he's just like a for me,
he's a goat.
he's like a generational player. I mean,
Yes.
I always reflect of what he did in the Rugby World Cup, a final where he just like stepped Dialendi and I think it was Dialendi and Willemse when he just like
Yeah.
stood still and stepped them and scored. Well, he didn't score, but I think he made the try.
Yeah. No,
I don't know
he's
who
a
it was,
brilliant player.
but that's just who he is, and I think they're really hurting without him. But also at the same time as the moment, rugby is a team sport. So we need to get to the root of what the problem is. Not that we need to get to the root. I don't.
Yeah.
I would like to see the Springboks go 2-0 against them. So I hope that after the rugby championship they do get inspired again and that we do see the All Black of old because come the year end tour
No,
I want to
I
see
think
the Northern Hemisphere thrive. Not the I you know what I mean.
yeah, I don't. I never ever ride New Zealand off, number one, because they can turn around very quickly. One week
Interesting.
they'll lose, the next week they're giving another team a hiding.
Yeah,
So that is just how New Zealand is. It's just sad to see that they're not on a consistent gravy train like they used to be.
of
This
course.
is
Yeah.
an up and down. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about them, but we'll see how it goes this weekend. And I'm very happy for
Look
Argentinian continent.
The
It was
sake
some
of
fantastic
rugby.
rugby and mind games as well. Mr. Fredericks, what are your prediction?
Look, I just want to say, and I was going to state this now for the sake of rugby, I really hope that Argentina, and this is a long shot, but if Argentina can
Hmm.
go to Eden Park, aka the House of Pain, right, and cause another upset, right? I don't know. I'm done. I'm done. It would be it would be history, and I would like to see
Yeah,
history happen this weekend, right? So I'm going to go with Argentina against New Zealand in the House of Pain. Oh, look at me regretting the words that I'm saying. But I'm gonna go with Argentina in New Zealand, and it's going to be a close game. I think we're going to go for a score of 20-18, maybe.
wow. Okay, I'm not going to give a direct score, but I'm going All Blacks by 10.
All Blacks by 10. Okay. And for the Springboks in Perth,
Mhm.
with your inexperience
Okay, of
versus
course that
F1,
is. I'm going Springboks.
mm,
I'm going to go with a 35-20. Oh no, I take
35-20
it back.
with
I
the
say
bonus.
35-18 or something with they're not hitting the 20 mark, but us
Oh,
conceding
Australia.
15 plus points, yeah.
I could also agree with that. Yes.
15-20 points.
Okay. Let's see if it materializes. It's a good sporting weekend. We've got Argentina versus New Zealand. We've got South Africa versus Australia. And then we've also got Stephen Kutsoff making a start for Western Province this weekend. So make
Yes,
sure you
yes.
check the brother Ginger, the Ginger brother out this weekend also. And that is at 3 p.m. on Saturday. So to, 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 tomorrow for Western Province. And then, of course, we've got the world champion of the UFC, Dricus du Plessis. Mr. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. And we're going to see the Springboks forward to. If you haven't yet done so, please make sure that you like this video. Please make sure that you subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you when we see you, I guess.